Raise your glass, remember who you are, and join the Brotherhood.
The lanterns were a-swinging and the floor was getting hot. We were giving every single ounce of energy we've got. Old Barney jumped upon the oak and started out a reel with a spirit made of whiskey and a rhythm made of steel. Then the heavy door swung open and the sheriff walked inside with a face as long as winter and a massive sense of pride. Stop this noise immediately, he bellowed with a frown, or I'm taking every single one of you to Dublin town. But Seamus didn't listen and he played the fiddle fast, a melody so wicked that it's simply built to last. The sheriff's left foot started for to wiggle and to shake like a little bit of magic on a frozen Irish lake. He tried to grab his handcuffs but he grabbed the pint instead, and the music started working on the inside of his head. Before the clock struck midnight he was up upon the wood, dancing faster than a rascal and a feeling mighty good. Watch him go! High and low, faster than the world below. Oh, we're dancing on the tables on St. Patrick's holy day, and the law is in the corner, leading us the way, with the fiddle catching fire and the spirit flying free. We're the kings of every tavern in the Irish history. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Now the badge is on the counter and the hat is on the floor, and there's 20,000 brothers a-coming through the door. For on the day of Patrick there is only one decree, that the music must be loud and the people must be free. So if you see a cover who is looking a bit stern, just find yourself a melody and give the lad a turn, for there isn't any power that can stop the emerald storm when the brotherhood is gathered and the spirit's nice and warm. Hey. One step, hey. Two steps, hey. Dancing for the entire week. Break the floor. Oh, we're dancing on the tables on St. Patrick's holy day, and the law is in the corner, leading us the way, with the fiddle catching fire and the spirit flying free. We're the kings of every tavern in the Irish history. On the table, if you're able, the loudest in the fable. Pipe, pipe. Pipe, pipe. Pipe, pipe, crack. We ride, hey. Hey. Hey.
The mountains are a-calling and the sea is in a roar. The legends of the island are a-walking on the floor. It isn't just a party and it isn't just a date. It's the day we stand together and we challenge every fate. We've got the blood of rebels and we've got the heart of gold, the finest bloody story that was ever yet been told. From the corners of the world we're coming for to stand, with the glory of the clover in a steady heavy hand. We don't need a golden palace or a crown upon the head. We've got the spirit of the brothers and the words the father said. Keep the fire burning and keep the music high, underneath the glory every hero who has stood before the gale, and toast to every brother who is telling us the tale. The story of the island is the story of the brave, from the cradle of the forest to the silence of the grave. We'll fill the pints with honor and we'll fill the air with song. The reason why our family is always coming strong. One family, one spirit underneath the Irish moon. The masters of the story and the masters of the tune. We stand, we rise, the light within our eyes. For the brotherhood. We're the guardians of the emerald, the pride of the west. Put the spirit of the brotherhood to the bloody test. With the island pipes are calling on St. Patrick's Day. We're the kings of the island and we're here for to stay. Stand proud, sing loud, the bravest in the crowd. Stand proud, sing loud, the bravest in the crowd. Hey, hey, hey! The locks are off the barrels and the taps are flowing wide. There isn't any room for all the brothers left inside. So we're taking out the benches and we're taking out the song to the middle of the pavement where the rascals all belong. The sun is looking down on us with a big and happy grin as we kick the dusty cobwebs off the spirit and the sin. With the fiddle catching fire and the accordion in flight, we're gonna keep on dancing till the middle of the night. There's a lady in a bonnet and a fellow in a tie. Both are jumping like the leprechauns underneath the sky. For the day of St. Patrick is the day without a wall, where the smallest bit of magic is the biggest of them all. We don't need a cover's permit and we don't need a parade. We've got the finest melody that's ever yet been made. With a million Celtic brothers in a circle made of pride, there isn't any shadow that can find a place to hide. Clear the way, start to play, celebrate the holy day. The streets are turning green and the hearts are flying high. We're the kings of every cobblestone underneath the sky. With the
brothers on St. Patrick's holy day. We've got the spirit of the rebels and the wisdom of the seers, a legacy of laughter and the history of tears. From the shadows of the valleys to the bright and busy streets, you can hear that heavy rhythm of 1,000 Irish feet. We're the sons of the survivors, we're the children of the light, and we're wearing all the emerald with a fierce and holy pride. It's a holiday of freedom, it's a festival of home. No matter where the destiny has forced us for to roam, the clover in the pocket and the spirit in the soul, the only kind of magic that can keep a brother whole. We don't bow to any tyrant and we don't fear any storm, for the fire of the ancestors is keeping us all warm. So raise the banner higher till it touches every cloud, for the Celtic Pub Brotherhood is standing tall and proud. One land, one blood, rising through the fire and flood. We're the heart of the emerald, the pride of the west. Put the spirit of the brotherhood to the bloody test, with the bagpipes screaming glory on St. Patrick's Day. We're the kings of the island, and we're here for to stay. We're to stay. So toast to every hero who has stood before the gale, and toast to every brother who is telling us the tale. The story of the island is the story of the brave, from the cradle of the forest to the silence of the grave. We'll fill the pipes with honor and we'll fill the air with song, the reason why our family is always coming strong. So Sláinte to the people and Sláinte to the saint, in a world of many colors, we're the only ones who pays. Unbowed, unbroken, the words that we spoken. Freedom. The pride of the West. Put the spirit of the brotherhood to the bloody test, with the bagpipes screaming glory on St. Patrick's Day. We're the kings of the island, and we're here for to stay. Never phone, hearts of gold, the stories to be told. In the morning with a clover in my hair, and a feeling that there's something strange hiding everywhere. The old folks say that if you're quick and if you're mighty sly, you'll catch a little fellow with a twinkle in his eye. So I headed to the meadow and I headed to the glen, with a net made out of gossamer and the strength of 20 men. But every time I thought I saw a glimmer of the gold, it turned into a pint of ale, so the story's told. I saw a tiny shadow by the barrel in the pub. He was wearing green suspenders and looking for some grub. I reached out with me heavy hand to grab him by the coat. and a note upon the floor. It said you're looking in the places that you looked at before. The gold is in the laughter and the magic's in the song. The place where all the rascals and the brothers all belong. Left, right, in the light, chasing ghosts through the night. Oh, we're hunting for the leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day, but the little devil's leading us a very far astray. With the yelling pipes a screaming and the brothers in a run. We're having all the magic and we're having all the fun. So here's to every fellow who has tried to find the hoard and ended up a-dancing on a shaky wooden board. For the only way to catch him, as the ancient legends say, is to be the happiest of men on St. Patrick's holy day. So fill the glasses steady and let the chorus in the sky. We'll find the pot of gold before the morning's looking by. The Celtic Pub Brotherhood is on the magic trail with a spirit that is stronger than a heavy coat of mail. Spin round, touch the ground, bestest luck that can be found. He's right behind you. The sun is rising early, and the sky is looking bright. We're shaking off the shadows of the long and winter night. There's a polish on the counter and a polish on the glass, as we wait for every brother and for every lad to pass. It's the morning of the emerald, it's the morning of the gold, the finest bloody story that was ever to be told. So put the clover on your jacket and the spirit in your soul. We're heading for the tavern where the happy rivers roll. From the valleys of the Shannon to the streets of New York town, there isn't any power that can keep a brother down. For today we're all together and today we're all as one. The brightest bit of magic since the history begun. With the yollen pipes a screaming and the fiddle in a run. We're having all the whiskey and we're having all the fun. We don't need a fancy reason and we don't need a decree to be the loudest rascals in the Irish history. Raise the green, best we've seen, loudest part of the scene. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day and the world is turning bright. We're the masters of the morning and the kings of every night. With the yollen pipes a-calling and the brotherhood in line, we're celebrating freedom with a measure of the wine. So toast to every hero who has ever worn the leaf, and toast to every brother who has conquered every grief. For the spirit of the island is the spirit of the free, and that's exactly what a Celtic man is meant to be. We'll dance upon the tables and we'll sing until we're hoarse, following the rhythm and following the course. The party, little brothers, has only just begun. A day, our way, the light within the gray, all together now. Patrick's Day, and the world is turning bright. We're the masters of the morning and the kings of every night. With the Yolin pipes a calling and the brotherhood in line, we're celebrating freedom with a measure of the the fray. And the old ways fade away, but they haven't seen the brothers on St. Patrick's holy day. With the spirit of the rebels and the wisdom of the seers, a legacy of laughter and a history of tears. From the shadows of the valleys to the bright and busy street, you can hear the heavy rhythm of 1,000 Irish feet. We're the sons of the survivors, we're the children of the light, and we're wearing all the emerald with a fierce and holy pride. It's a holiday of freedom, it's a festival of home. No matter where the destiny has forced us for to roam, the clover in the pocket and the spirit in the soul, the only kind of magic that can keep a brother whole. We don't bow to any tyrant and we don't fear any storm, for the fire of the ancestors is keeping us all warm. So raise the banner higher till it touches every cloud, for the Celtic Pub Brotherhood is standing tall and proud. One land, one blood, rising through the fire and flood. Oh, we're the heart of the emerald, the pride of the west. Put the spirit of the brotherhood to the bloody test. With the bagpipes screaming glory on St. Patrick's Day, we're the kings of the island and we're here for to stay. So toast to every hero who has stood before the gale, and toast to every brother who is telling us the tale. The story of the island is the story of the brave, from the cradle of the forest to the silence of the grave. We'll fill the pints with honor and we'll fill the air with song, the reason why our family is always coming strong. So Sláinte to the people and Sláinte to the saint. In a world of many colors, we're the only ones who paint. Although we ain't one broken, the words that we've spoken. Freedom! Brotherhood to the bloody test, with the bagpipes screaming glory on St. Patrick's Day. We're the kings of the island and we're here for to stay.
let the rafters ring for the beggar and the hero and the legendary king. We're a nation of the rascals, we're a family of the sun, and the party for St. Patrick has only just begun. From the valleys to the cities, from the ocean to the sky, we'll keep the flame a-burning till the day the ocean's dry. So Sláinte to the brothers and Sláinte to the land, the strongest bloody brotherhood in all of Ireland. Shout Leap Pat, hey, tip the hat, hey, no more worries after that. Louder, lads! Oh, it's the green storm rising, it's the spirit of the gale. Against the wind and thunder, we are never gonna fail. With a pint for the saint and a heart for the fight, we're the kings of the emerald on this holy Irish night. Hey! With the green, best we sing, the loudest in the The morning mist is lifting from the clover on the hill, but the spirit in the tavern is standing very still. For today the water's turning into something much more bright, a measure of the emerald for to carry us through the night. It isn't just a liquid and it isn't just a brew, it's a message from the heavens for a rascally little crew. So line 'em up in order and let the foam begin to rise, like the magic of the island in a pair of Irish eyes. Old Patrick was a traveler, he knew the weary road, he knew the way a brother feels beneath a heavy load. So he left us with a legacy, he left us with a sign that the finest bit of worship is a glass of barley wine. It'll make the piper whistle and it'll make the singer roar, it'll make the oldest dancer take a turn upon the floor. A remedy for sorrow and a remedy for pain, the sunshine of the island in the middle of the rain. Hold it high to the sky, never let the spirit die. Oh, we're drinking with the saint on the holy Irish ground, the finest bit of magic that was ever to be found. With the Yolland pipes, the calling, and the brotherhood in flight, we're the kings of every tavern on this emerald-colored night. So if you're feeling lonely or you're looking for a friend, just follow all the music to the very rainbow's end. The Celtic Pub Brotherhood has a seat beside the fire and a spirit in the barrel that'll take you ever higher. We'll toast to every brother and we'll toast to every soul, the only kind of family that can keep us feeling whole. So pour another measure, let the story start to flow, for the day of St. Patrick is the only way to go. Drink the light, hey, hold it tight, hey, everything is looking bright. Yeah, 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 yeah. we're drinking with the saint on the holy Irish ground. The finest bit of magic that was ever to be found. With the Yolland pipes a calling and the brotherhood in flight. We're the kings of every tavern on this emerald-colored night. Oh, we're drinking with the saint on the holy Irish ground. The finest bit of magic that was ever to be found. With the Yolland pipes a calling and the brotherhood in flight. We're the kings of every tavern on this emerald-colored night. The holy drum, it never stole the sound of a pop cheering right. Hey. Hey, hey. They say there's a treasure at the end of the ark, hidden in the valley or a misty little park. But I've looked at the mountains and I've looked at the sea, and the only kind of magic that is working for me is the amber in the barrel and the silver in the song, the place where the rascals and the brothers belong. Forget about the rainbow and forget about the chase. The only pot of gold is in this very holy place. Old Paddy had a secret and he told it to the breeze. The finest bit of worship is a living in the cheese and the bread and the whiskey and the spirit and the foam, the things that make a traveler feel exactly like at home. So if you're looking for a leprechaun, don't look in the grass, just look at the reflection in your own little glass. For the luck of the island isn't something that you find, it's the spirit of the brotherhood and the honest of the mind. So if you're looking for a leprechaun, don't look in the grass, just look at the reflection in your own little glass. For the luck of the island isn't something that you find, it's the spirit of the brotherhood and the honest of the mind. Fill it up, drink it down, best is luck in the town. Oh, we found the pot of gold and it's sitting at the bar, the brightest bit of magic and the brightest little star. With the Yolland pipes a screaming and the brothers in a line, we're celebrating Patrick with a measure of the wine. So let the fiddle whistle and let the accordion roar. We're dancing on the ceiling and we're dancing on the floor. For the day of saintly Patrick is the day without a care, as long as there's a brother with a story for to share. We'll keep the fire burning and we'll keep the spirits high, underneath the glory of the emerald-colored sky. The Celtic Pub Brotherhood, a family of the sun, and the celebration, brothers, has only just begun. One pint, two pints, everything is looking bright. All together. Hey! Pot of gold and it's sitting at the bar, the brightest bit of magic and the brightest little star. With the Yolland pipes a screaming and the brothers in a line, we're celebrating Patrick with a measure of the wine. In the glass, let it pass, the finest of the class.
and never ever still. Oh, Finnegan, he found a beast as big as Dublin Bay, and set a wooden tavern on its back to stay and play. The walls are made of ancient oak, the roof is made of pine, and we're sailing on the salty blue and drinking of the wine. The landlord is a captain and the barman is a mate, and we're riding on a giant through the stormy Irish gate. When the giant takes a breath, the floor begins to rise, and you can see the starlight in the monster's ancient eyes. The glasses slide across the bar, the fiddler starts to lean. The wildest little party that the world has ever seen. We don't need any anchors and we don't need any docks. We're bouncing off the icebergs and we're bouncing off the rocks. And if you get a bit of spray inside your pint of stout, just raise your glass to Neptune with the rowdy little shout. Hold the table, hold the chair, magic's floating in the air. Oh, we're drinking on a whale in the middle of the deep, the only kind of tavern where the sailors never sleep. With the foam upon the ocean and the whiskey in the soul, we're living on a giant and we're rockin' rock and roll. The Navy tried to catch us with a net of silver thread, but the whale he gave a mighty splash and soaked them all instead. We're heading for the sunset where the golden waters glow, with 1,000 happy rebels and a rhythm in the toe. So if you see a chimney smoke above the rolling blue, just know it's not a shipwreck or a ghostly pirate crew. It's just the floating tavern and the boys are in the light, dancing on the water in the middle of the night. To the left, hey, to the right, hey, sailing through the middle of the night. Die, 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 die. Oh, we're drinking on a whale in the middle of the deep, the only kind of tavern where the sailors never sleep. With the foam upon the ocean and the whiskey in the soul, we're living on a giant and we're rockin' rock and roll. On the back and in the blue, the wildest party just for you. Just for you. Ooh. Step away from the counter, boy, and step away from the light. There's a trapdoor in the corner that is hidden from the sight. Beneath the dust and sawdust and beneath the heavy floor, there's a world of silver shadows and a never-ending roar. I tumbled down the ladder and I landed on me feet in a hall of shining marble where the air was cold and sweet. There were captains from the Navy and there were rebels from the hill, all dancing to a rhythm that was never ever still. A lady made of starlight took me by the trembling hand, and we spun around the ballroom of the hollow holy land. The fiddler was a skeleton in a coat of emerald green, the fastest bloody musician that me eyes had ever seen. They don't need any whiskey and they don't need any ale, for the magic in the music is a wind within the sail. They've been dancing since the famine, they've been dancing since the war, in the secret little kingdom underneath the tavern floor. of Dublin town, but underneath the floorboards no one's putting spirits down. We're leaping over gravestones and we're leaping over years, with a laughter that is louder than 1,000 salty tears. So if you feel a thumping coming up beneath your stool, don't you think it's just the liquor or that you're a silly fool? It's the ancestors are calling for to join them in the fun, in the ballroom of the ghosts where the party's never done. 1 foot in, hey, 1 foot out, hey. That's what ghosts are all about. Join the dead! With the shadows, we're singing with the dead, with the magic in the spirit and the fire in the head. It's the party of the ages, it's the kingdom of the deep, where the rascals of the history will never ever sleep. Down below, in the dark, feel the ghost inside the spark. Dusty barrels and the stacks of old record, there's a mirror in a frame that is sharper than a sword. It's been hanging on the wall since the days of St. Patrick, and it's got a way of playing a very clever trick. You walk up to the glass with a stagger and a grin, and you see a different person looking back from underneath your skin. You're wearing velvet coats and a hat of ancient style, with a twinkle in the eye and a very wicked smile. Starts to whistle, your reflection starts to sing, and it does a double shuffle like a lucky Irish king. It doesn't follow you, no, it leads the bloody way, dancing to a melody from a long forgotten day. You try to look away, but your feet begin to move. You're finding every rhythm and you're finding every groove. The ghost inside the mirror is the master of the floor, and it's pulling you to places you have never been before. Pub is looking at the silver on the wall, and they see 1,000 heroes standing proud and standing tall. There are Vikings, there are sailors, there are rebels in the line, all drinking ghostly whiskey and a supernatural wine. Hey! So if you're feeling lonely or you're feeling a bit small, just go and find the mirror hanging on the tavern wall. You'll see the man you were and the man you're gonna be, in a rowdy jumping circle of the ghostly company. 1 step back, hey! 2 steps in, hey! Let the ancient dance begin. Into the glass. Hey! We're dancing with the ancestors and rockin', rockin' roll. I see you, you see me, the ghosts of history. I see you, you see me, the ghosts of history. Across the salt and stormy sea, with a suitcase made of hide, with nothing but a restless soul and debit Irish pride, I walked the streets of New York town and seen the Sydney sun, but the journey to me father's house is never truly done. The skyline here is made of steel, the air is thick and grey, and I miss the smell of burning peat at the closing of the day. But when I find a wooden door with a clover on the glass, I feel the spirit of the north and watch the shadows pass. We're scattered to the four-way winds like seeds upon the field, but the metal of an Irish heart will never ever yield. We've built the bridges, laid the tracks, and raised the city tall, but the mountains of the Wicklow Hills are calling to us all. So fill the glass with whiskey, boys, and fill the heart with light. We're going back to Donegal in our dreams tonight. It doesn't matter where you stand or where you lay your head, as long as you remember every word your mother said. Far away, but close in soul, keep the green inside the road. Oh, here's to the land that we carry in our breast, from the rocky shores of Antrim to the beauty of the west. Though an ocean lies between us and the home we long to see, we're the sons of the emerald, and will always, always be. Always be. I look around this table now at faces just like mine, and I see the map of Ireland in every silver line. We're brothers of the distance, we're the exiles of the foam, but as long as we are singing, boys, we're halfway back to home. So raise the flag of green and gold and let the pipes begin to drown the lonely silence and to wash away the sin. For the road is long and weary, but the fire's burning bright in every Irish tavern on a Saturday day night. Across the sea, across the foam, every road leads back to home. Here we go, Brian! Here's to the land that we carry in our breast, from the rocky shores of Antrim to the beauty of the west. Though an ocean lies between us and the home we long to see, we're the sons of the emerald, and will always, always be. Always be. To the sea, the land that sets us free. lake upon a summer's day, with a look of quiet magic and a spirit in the sway. But once the music starts to roll and once the pipes begin, she lets the electric fire of the island's rhythm in. Her arms are steady by her side, her face is like a queen, the fastest pair of flying feet the world has ever seen. She's clicking on the yoke boards and she's clicking on the stone, with a language of the rhythm that she calls her very own. Rising from the floor like smoke from out a gun. She's dancing with the lightning and she's dancing with the sun. A double shuffle, triple click, and then a soaring leap, while the rest of us are wondering if we're awake or fast asleep. She's the daughter of the masters and the student of the wind, playing out the heartbeat of the land where we have sinned. The floor begins to tremble and the walls begin to shake as she leaves a trail of thunder in the glory of her wake. Heel to toe, watch it go, a show to make your spirit rise. Just watch the flying colors and the sparkle in her eyes. She's the heartbeat of the emerald, she's the pulse of every reel, with a spirit made of clover and a pair of shoes of steel. Don't you try to follow her or try to keep the pace, unless you want to finish with the sawdust on